Previously on Beer 865.
Sweetwater,
Fizzy.
road trip, pea color. Okay.
Spontaneous. Extra fizzy.
Vienna sausages. So 8.5.
7.
8.5. 6. 5.5.
You guys have a good night.
Okay, so here we are again, episode 2. First episode, I would say, complete success.
Yeah, absolutely. I was really kind of overwhelmed with the response.
Yep, we're getting good vibes from you guys, and we're going to reciprocate those good vibes from us. Guess what? Independence Day, July 4th, America. As you can see, we're wearing a little bit of patriotic stuff.
That's right.
We had actually been talking about it for about a week, but I guess you couldn't find anything patriotic. So.
Yeah.
Sent out multiple messages through Facebook.
And a text message. I might have. There's actually a couple text messages I think we sent you too.
That was the plan.
But I guess next year we'll do it again and we'll all have patriotic stuff on.
My bad.
Today we are looking at a beer by the Flying Dog Brewery. It's called In Heat Wheat. So the artwork looks pretty edgy. So I bet the people who actually run the brewery are kind of like pretty hip.
It's kind of gonzo looking.
Red flag though with the word heat. Usually that's not a word that I want to associate with beer. I can feel that it's cold, obviously, but the word heat, first impression, turns me off.
And if you guys recall from the last episode, Chris actually is void of his sense of smell and therefore his sense of taste. So we'll go ahead and crack these things open. And I don't think it's a twist top, and I'm not sure. You have a bottle opener.
I do. Sure
oh my gosh. It's blue, which is one of the colors of the America. Red, white, and blue.
Red. White
skin.
And blue.
That's true. And you have one too.
No, it's a carabiner, actually.
You MacGyver your beers.
If you take a look right off the bat, I don't know if you can see
smoking.
that or not. Lots of smoke.
Smoking cold. And also we got new glasses because some of you actually complained that you couldn't see the color of the beer and that you were making fun of us for the size of our cups and all that stuff. So
Pretty important.
So whatever. I like the color. It's kind of almost like an apple juice color. It almost looks like a cream soda, like a Barks cream soda.
If we can, while I've got that, if I can go ahead and see, you can kind of see it, but I guess I'll go ahead and give it.
Yeah. Give it the foam finger test.
Wow, right there.
So you're almost
where
back knuckle deep.
A lot larger head than the last beer. First one was around the first knuckle. I'm down to the second knuckle on my index finger.
Wow.
It goes down with less burn, for sure.
Wasting no time at all.
And you're pretty much
well, with the other one, it was very like kind of burned your throat a little bit, but this one it goes down very smooth.
It does kind of have the urine the urine viscosity or kind of the urine translucency.
I guess kind of like urine when you haven't drank a
lot
of water.
Right, like a dehydrated urine,
it is,
which is bad for your kidneys, by the way. I'm gonna give it a smell. I'm gonna give it a sniff. Sort of citrusy. Again, we're not really professionals. I don't know really what to base things off of, but when I smell this, when my nose smells this, I get kind of some citrusy smells.
Yeah, it's a Hefeweizen, so it has. I mean, it tastes just like a Hefeweizen.
So you know what? I can't wait anymore. I want to taste this. It looks really delicious.
There's nothing more really American than a Hefeweizen.
Or a dog, really, like a pet dog.
What
man's
is
best friend.
a Hefeweizen?
I'm not sure exactly. I've had a couple of them, and all I know is that they're just not as flavorful as like IPAs and things like that.
I just assumed that Hefeweizen,
the dog breed.
Well, no, it's just German for heat wheat.
Oh.
Hefe would be heat and Weizen would be wheat. But you're saying no, that's not. That Hefeweizen is actually a type of.
It's a type of beer.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm gonna give it an old. I'm gonna give it an old tasteroo. See how it goes down here. Still kind of fruity, actually. It almost tastes like from concentrate fruit. So. Kind of makes me wonder if maybe the brewers are actually using real fruit, or if they're just maybe taking like Five Alive.
Yeah.
Thank you, Five Alive.
Good point.
Cans, just kind of, like frozen stuff and dumping it in their mash, and but it's good though. It's good.
I would hope not. I would expect a lot more from a brewery that puts so much time and effort and thought into their artwork.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna give it I'm gonna stick my tongue in and give it the.
Yeah. So tactile is what he's doing right now. He's judging it on its tactile sensation on his tongue.
Little bit of burn. A little bit of burn right on the end.
Maybe it's acidic. That could maybe be the citrus in it.
You know, when you drink a Diet Coke, it makes your teeth feel kind of dry. I don't know what that is, but it...
In our last episode, your judgment sort of declined because of the factors on which you were rating it changing throughout the episode. That is to say, the temperature was getting warmer, which made it less pleasant. So why don't we go ahead and get a solid rating from you off the bat?
Okay, well, I've had great experience with Diet Coke. I love Diet Coke. And because this reminded me of it, I'm going to go ahead and give it a really high rating. I'm going to say it's probably like an 8.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to give it an 8. Just right off the bat. It's got that cold crisp that I really like. It's got the little bit of tingle on the end of my tongue, and it goes down like Diet Coke.
This is probably one of the more creative things. It says that Sword Swallower taunts the crowd as they chant deeper, deeper. The ringing in your ears fades as you notice the mouse traps on his nipples. The air smells like clove and your mouth is wet with banana. Either you're in the best goddamn bar in the States or you just took your first sip of in-heat wheat.
That's offensive.
I don't get that.
That's number one.
I don't get
That's
it.
offensive.
Thought it was creative and kind of humorous, like the
Is it a poem
label.
or...
Just
And it's also got some X-rated words on it too, which I thought was kind of off-putting or maybe off-kilter. So
Well-
this is certainly not really like a beer to drink around
this
kids.
is kind of
No,
the
not at all.
It's edgy.
yeah,
They're edgy.
they're edgy, but without trying to market to like 14-year-olds.
Right.
Which is, I think it's kind of admirable. They let the people who are old enough to drink still stay young. And I think that's pretty cool on their part.
I love the way that feels. I don't know if you felt
It's like parchment.
it's
like
kind of a
recycled
matte
maybe. Yeah.
finish.
I think maybe it's recycled paper.
I
Another
really
hip
like
thing.
that.
Yeah, it's more grippy than a beer. So if you had to maybe run while drinking a beer, you had to get away.
Right.
Maybe like your kid fell in a lake or something and you had to run, but you don't want to lose your beer. You can still hang on to this and it's not going
Kind of
anywhere.
put, and even right here, it's the same paper, so you can put your thumb over the
Yeah,
top. You're
cover
not
it
going
up.
to lose any.
And I'll tell you too, I've got to say, it's very easy to drink. It goes down very, very easily. So,
Where do you think you would enjoy this type of beer? What kind of setting
okay.
would you enjoy it in?
Maybe like a barbecue with your family, like out on the lake or something. 4th of July.
I would probably enjoy this beer the most, I guess, reminiscing about the troops, about what they've done for our country, what they're currently doing for our country. You just want to sit back, drink it, get that Diet Coke mouthfeel,
Just kind of think about that.
and just think about
Reflect.
the troops.
Yeah.
I would drink it and I would just reminisce on current troops, past troops,
Future troops.
future troops.
Yeah. Starship Troopers. Yeah, I think when a lot of them start coming home, this brewer would
Give 'em
it would help them out a lot if they would donate some. So when they get off the planes, it's like you just got the of
Here's
these
a-
beers handed over to them.
Here's an in-heat wheat. Welcome back home,
Exactly.
soldier. Thank you for
It's
your
a-
service. Here's an in-heat wheat.
I'd like to actually drink right now to the future troops.
Here is to the future troops. Everybody, cheers.
It's getting warmer already.
Where would you drink it?
Probably on my couch while watching Saving Private Ryan.
Is that troop related?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, they were the 501st, or not 501st. They were the later.
You spend a lot of time at home on your couch, but that's
I
a
mean,
freedom
I'm-
you've been given.
Yeah, some
because
people-
of
Yeah.
who?
Barack
Troops.
The troops.
Mm-hmm.
In-heat wheat. What's the grade? What are you gonna?
This is probably one of the better Hefeweizens that I've had. I like it a lot. Even after I drank it, I didn't know it was a Hefeweizen. It's not my type of beer, but I still like it a lot. I'm gonna go with the 7.5. If someone came up and gave me one, or they had it on special somewhere, I'd drink the shit out of them.
Well, they say even beer is kind of like intercourse in that even if it's bad, it's not that bad.
Yeah, at least somebody wanted to you, So
I've never heard that saying
Really?
before. Yeah,
Yeah, my dad used to say it all the time.
I kind of feel like we're not as prepared as we should be.
well, it's just
I mean,
something we're
well, that's what's interesting about this is that we go in completely blind. We're flying in,
Okay.
and we're honest as shit. Like,
Well, I feel like when you have the troops out there giving it their all, I feel like we should be doing the same. So,
Well, next time, or maybe next year on the 4th of July, this will be a better episode. But I am of the opinion that it's a fine episode, and I guess I'll give my grade, which is probably an 8.5. I would probably 8.5 is what I would give this.
Okay. Another good thing to watch while drinking a beer like this, since we were talking about American troops, that kind of thing, would be the the American Pie movies. Mm-hmm. Those are, they have red, white, and blue all over the covers, and apple pie, which is
something is arguably one of the American things.
Yeah.
So what do we got? 7.5, 8.5, and I believe you two gave it an 8.5, right?
A solid 8.
A solid 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess it being 4th of July, it makes me sentimental, and I see water running down the side of my glass, and it reminds me that these colors don't run.
Right.
Because colors don't have legs.
Cool. And to that, I think I will say keep drinking. Cheers. Support our troops.
July the 4th be with you.
May the 4th, but not May, but July the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
And if you like us, down here, there's a subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that. That way we can email you every single time you, I'm pretty sure it's over on this side. I'm trying to...
And if you want, send us a fucking email. We'll reply to it anytime. We don't have much else going on as far as the beer world goes. We're not celebrities yet, so just send us an email. If you have questions, if you have a beer you want to recommend to us to review, please do. We are open to everything. If you're a local brew, please fucking just send us the beer that you have. Mail it. We'll meet you somewhere and get it. Not a parking lot.
Colder the better.
Colder the better. Put it on ice. Yes.
Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/beer865. You can find us there. We're always doing crazy stuff, making updates, sharing stuff with you that we think is humorous and funny. So like us on there too. Subscribe to the video. And we will see you next time, hopefully next week. But we all have kind of busy schedules. So we'll see when we do it. It's getting worse.
I know. Well,
yeah.
He didn't dress in red, white, and blue like we had planned.
And we've been telling him to do that all week long.
Highly offensive. I told him not to read that narrative on the bottle.
This is supposed to be like a G-rated video thing.
Yeah, I feel like we're trying hard.
And we're talking about troops, and then he's like blaspheming.
Yeah, it's not funny.
Mm-mm.